more questions. You know Bill Savone?
Yes, I do.
State Attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that Mr. Grafsky asked you if you'd talk to him about the matter?
Yeah, I told him that's my friend. I know him. Yeah, I talked to him about it.
And did you talk to Mr. Savone about the matter?
Yeah, I have talked to him.
Do you remember when that was?
That was some months ago. I could be in August, I don't know. September.
And did you tell Mr. Savone essentially what you've told us here today?
Yes, I did.
And this was what you were talking to him about?
Yes, I did. I told him, because he always told me, Willette, you ever need anything, you ever need me, and I've been to him on several occasions for several things, and he said, I'm coming in if you need to talk to me.
And you mentioned Spencer a while ago. Were you referring to Spencer Mann at the Sheriff's Office, or the State's Attorney's Office, do you know?
You know what? I was referring to, I work for the Spencers.
Oh.
And I was thinking because they in Alachua. Spencer, Irby, and Wallace, and all those people was there when I was kids that I know. And what made him, made me think about Spencer, I don't know, it just came out.
Okay, but it didn't have to do with the...
Who's Spencer Mann?
Okay, you don't know. Somebody works with Mr. Savone.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I do know. I met him.
In connection with this matter?
Yeah, I talked to him. Yeah.
About the same thing? The same time you talked with Mr. Savone or another time?
Same time.
So you told him the same thing you talked to him?
Oh, yeah, I told him, I don't want to be involved in it, and it wasn't no harm to me. I told him the same thing. Mr. Watson did not tell me who to vote for. He told me the night he did do that, he did not insist that I vote for nobody. Because I could have just not vote for nobody with my choice.
Okay. Have you ever indicated to anybody that you were upset with Lewis Washington because of not giving you more information about who to vote for?
No, I said that at the church, I used to go to Compassion. I don't know if you know Compassion Outreach. All the people that run, right along, Mr. Sabone, he's been in my church. All the people that run in office, they usually come to the church. And they get up and they say their little speech and whatever. They never suggest who you vote for. They just say their little speech. And that's how I know about who's voting, who's running.
Yeah.
I said that if they would do it at our church, I wouldn't know, but they didn't do it at our church.
Yeah.
And I only been a member of that church. I've been going to church since I've been home 6 years off and on, going there to Christ since just, and then I decided to join. I don't even join there. Not quite a year yet.
Yeah.
But so that's when I said that maybe next time he's a deacon, maybe they might have all the people come in and tell everybody who's running and like Pastor Johnson do. And that way you can see their face, you can hear them talk, and they have a table with their brochure on, and you can see what they got to offer the community. But that's the only thing I say, but marry him? Ain't marry him about none of that. No. Never be married him about no. I want to tell him that. I'll tell him to say that God knows confusion that I think he should get spiritually, he should get out of this, whatever this mess going, I will get out of it. And it's too much other things for the kingdom to do than to be in this commotion stuff all the time.
Okay. Did you tell Mr. Watson that Mr. Lewis Washington had tried to get you to lie?
I didn't tell him that. I told him what happened at that table. Even that, I meant to tell that lady that was there lying here, she even said it. I told everything that was said. I said that she said, Well, they paying him more money than they're paying her, what paid her. She said that, and I told them that I was going to tell Mr. Watson. And Brother Watson said, no, don't tell him. I said, I'm going to tell him. I told him just what happened at that table.
Okay.
Because just like,
And that was, when you told Watson, that was a week or 2 or 3 weeks later, huh?
whenever I got a chance to see him, it was a long time. Maybe I could have, it wasn't no really nothing I need to really run and tell him. I said, when I see him, I see him.
So you weren't in cheers or anything like that?
No, I was just tired because every time I saw Michael, my son told him not to be asking me this. My mom want nothing to do with this, I keep telling him I don't want nothing to do with it. Well, you got something to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah,
when you met Watson.
Yeah, and I told him that I don't want nothing to do with it. That he did me a favor. For telling me, I already know all these years, 6 years I've been there, I did not know that you can come to the city hall to vote.
I don't have any further questions.
Ms. Dixon, I have a few questions, and I'll be brief, because I know you've done this one. In that election that we're talking about up there in the city of Alachua, did anyone request that you change your vote?
No.
At the meetings that we were talking about at the doctor's office, when Mr. Canning was there, Mr. Gatsby was there, Mr. Washington was there, the woman who's the assistant city manager, do you recall her being Lisa Apsher? Does that name ring a bell?
It sounded like her.
You don't really know her name?
I just know if she come here, I know her face. And I talked to her when I first moved to Alachua about my light bill.
Okay.
6 years ago, so yeah.
Okay. Now, you were asked a couple of times that about this election by a number of people, correct? You were told that there was 10 other people whose votes weren't counted or something like that?
They said there was 10 other people that Mr. Watson did something wrong. He actually told them he shouldn't have been involved in the election. So they were telling me about 10 other people he had no right to tell them he shouldn't have been involved. They said to me, I don't know how true it is. I ain't try to get in, find out was he wrong for telling us we can vote there or not. I haven't yet asked anybody was he in the wrong or not. That was good to me.
Back the end of April, when this was going on, if I understand your testimony correctly, you were doing some cleaning work at the doctor's office at Shanna Thorne Green?
Yes, sir.
How long had you been doing that? Days, weeks, months? Give me your best estimate.
3 months, a couple months.
Okay. And I also heard you say that you're doing some yard work and some other work for Michael Candy's mother?
Yes.
After this controversy about the election and after you were contacted by Mr. Candy and Mr. Grabsky, did you lose those jobs?
Yes, I did.
Did they tell you why?
Said, they didn't need me no more. That's all. That's all she said. She didn't need it no more.
And you said you're still owed $150?
Mm-hmm.
That answer yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, you've lived up in Alachua your whole life?
Yes, sir. I've been out my whole life, but we moved right now and came for 6 years again.
Okay. James Lewis has been a commissioner in Alachua for many, many years. Have you ever heard his name before?
No, sir.
How about Lewis Irvin?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any particular interest in favor of one candidate over another?
No.
Did you vote in the last election before this one?
I voted for the president.
Okay. There's a group in Alachua called the Alachua Leadership Alliance that a number of these individuals to talk to your members of. Have you ever heard of the Alachua